Hello and welcome to this edition of Morning Market Call. Today I've got our guest Louis Gunter with us. He is the president of the MBAT club on campus here, and he's here today to talk with us a little bit about what it means to be an MBAT. Thanks for coming, Louis.
No, glad to be here.
Yeah. So maybe you can tell our audience, MBAT's kind of a funny acronym. I don't think many people have heard it before. What is the MBAT club all about?
Certainly. So MBAT actually stands for the MBA Tech Society. Mm-hmm. We don't like being called a club, so.
Oh, it's a society.
Yeah,
okay.
A little offended some of our members will be, but that's okay. No, the MBATs, it just sounds fun.
Okay.
So it was the Tech Club, it was Tech Association something, but right now it's MBAT, it's the MBA Tech Society, and it's a club. It's open to any MBAs.
And so, what types of things do you guys do in the club?
Oh my goodness!
What's the purpose of it?
It's almost like we talked about this beforehand. So MBAT is all about helping students who are interested in working in the tech field and just generally interested in technology, gadgets, etc. Have opportunities to get together, meet, network, talk about interview advice, talk about different companies they're looking at, talk about the companies they like and what they like and dislike about different companies. And it's really just a platform to try and kind of facilitate that communication.
Okay, so it's like the other clubs other associations on campus. You do various activities.
Exactly.
Give us some flavor for like the kinds of activities that you guys participate in.
Yeah, so we try to do, mix it up. We have some kind of just for fun events. We have some events that are more about professional development. So we've brought in some previous alums that are working in tech companies to talk about networking in these companies, or the ways to apply the skills that they're looking at, the ways the interview processes are different, and that sort of thing. But we also, we have some fun. We're going down to CES, that's a Consumer Electronics Show down in Las Vegas. That'll be in January, and that will be probably the big event. It's the big event that we'll be sponsoring as a club. So it's a mix, right? It's the opportunity to do some networking and stuff, but have a little bit of fun too.
So I got an email a couple of weeks back about a game night or something like that. What's that all about?
Yeah, so we wanted to take, we as MBA students spend a lot of time in the Tanner building. Any of the students can attest to that. And what we wanted to do is kind of have some fun. So we blocked off 4 of the classrooms late at night, and we were going to do like a LAN party, kind of kicking it old school.
Okay, so a LAN party, for those who are not aware. What's a LAN party?
So LAN party is where you network your consoles together, so you can have like a big multiplayer game. So a lot of times, you can do split screen and play 2 players or even 4 players. This lets you play, so it's like we could have 4 rooms and like
Quake 16, or Duke
like a first-person shooter
type
game. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Excellent. That sounds great.
Yeah.
So what does it take to become an MBAT?
We don't have any specific requirements beyond you need to have superhuman intelligence and an affinity for Mountain Dew.
Okay.
It's tech humor. That doesn't work. Anyway, it's not funny in the tech world either. So no, we don't have any requirements, and that's one of the fun things too. A lot of times you come into the MBA program and you hang out with marketers, or you hang out with the supply chain guys, or you hang out with the finance guys, and you don't cross those barriers often.
Yeah.
In MBATs, we're not locked into a certain track or just one particular interest, but we're really about opening it up. So, if you're in HR, it's just if you have an interest in working in tech companies. So.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So I noticed you got this funny square on your shirt, a QR code.
QR code.
What is that QR code? Where does that go?
Yeah, this is our MBAT shirt that we had created last year. You can wear it with pride. It just takes people to our club website, so there's opportunities there to kind of know what kind of news is coming up, what events we have going on. A link to register if you haven't registered for the club yet, and just a way to stay informed. So you can see, we've got information. We've got this tech panel coming up, and it's pretty cool. So it's funny because we put it on the shirt, but then we sent it to a site that you actually have to be logged in to see. But we wanted it to be more of a resource kind of for the students and just an attention getter, so people will ask about it. I think people enjoy scanning them, but very few people actually,
So who actually scans these things?
Care about winding up on the site. So Rhett Weller, who you know well from this program, just told me he was actually at a San Francisco Giants game the other day, and he had like 3 guys come up and say, "Oh, is that a real shirt?" And he kept complaining. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm up here."
But only in the Bay Area.
Only in the Bay Area are people like ready to bust out the phone and
looking at your QR code. Well, that's
right.
great. So one final question before we leave.
Certainly.
So as president of the MBAT Association.
Society. So that's
Society,
okay.
MBAT Society. What will you do before you graduate?
Before we graduate, find a job in a company that I love.
Okay.
We're gonna do CES, and that's the big thing. If we can get 30 to 40 MBA students in Vegas, bring them all back, still able to stay at BYU, and having had a great time, having some great networking opportunities, making great friends, and establishing these relationships that are going to help them not just find their job, but really through their lives. We want this to be like an opportunity for like-minded people to to really establish some firm connections.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. MBAT on campus. Louis Gunter, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, glad to be here.
You can follow us on Morning Market Call, www.morningmarketcall.org, or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
MMC is brought to you by the Marriott School of Management in association with the Brigham Young University Department of Communications. MMC is made possible by a generous donation from Larry Tasjan and Gary Williams, and is produced by Rhett Weller, Todd Castagna, Mason Chin, Joel Toby, and Sabrina Beck, with line producing by Beth and Brian Grimmick. For more information, find us on Twitter or at morningmarketcall.org.